Now's your chance.
Hello and welcome back to episode number 64 of the TNC podcast.
Woo.
The sun is shining, the doves are crying, and everything.
It's really, really great.
It's really great. Chris, good to see you, my friend. You well?
I'm jealous of you.
Are you?
I'm so jealous. I really am. I wish...
For my physique, or?
Always your physique,
Yeah.
Jack, and your beer drinking abilities, particularly whilst you're drinking Redwell. But actually, I'm jealous that you went to Nottingham Forest. I've been there on a couple of occasions.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I was in a couple of appointments yesterday.
Were
but I
you
would have
there
loved...
when Stuart Hodge was commentating?
Graham Dorrans!
It's Graham Dorrans!
He tweeted that again, by the way.
I did, I saw it. It was magical.
What a boy.
Yeah.
What a boy. So yeah, very jealous. But a fantastic away day. And actually, my honest opinion, straight away, and I tweeted it immediately, I'm surprised. I am surprised. And actually, maybe that's quite nice that a lot of the Norwich fans are surprised that we got a result away at Forest.
Yeah.
And I think it says everything you need to know about the ability that we've got as a team to go and control games away from home.
Definitely.
Control games full stop. We don't need to sit back. Let's go at teams. And Todd Cantwell again having a blind of a performance. I think things are good. I think that I look at that team and I don't look at any one particular player and go, that's a weakness. And that is massively encouraging for Norwich City right now.
I mean, we're going to talk a lot about Nottingham Forest because it's always nice to talk about wins. As you can see, we're drinking cans of Redwell again. By the way, we're not actually sponsored by Redwell, but this bit is just very good. Now, next Saturday when we play Brentford, that's going to be a cracker of a game. We'll talk about that in a bit. We're going to be heading down to Redwell Brewery before the game. Now, it's in Trouse, under the bridge.
Correct.
So you've probably walked over it many a time, but you've never actually been in. We are going in there and we are going to be giving away free beer. Free. Just come and see us. We'll be in there from about 1:30. We'll have leaflets.
Free.
Come and get a leaflet, exchange it for some beer.
Who doesn't want free beer, by the way?
I don't know. Even vegans can drink it.
Bit more location as well for those of you that are a bit unsure where Trouse is. You know the massive roundabout,
County Hall,
at the bottom of Brackendale. I'm sure many of you that listen and watch this podcast walk past that massive roundabout. Take 2 steps back, under the bridge in Trouse, free beer. Yeah. And by the way, this actual design, they've got a Norwich Pilsner that is bloody lovely. Yeah. If you don't mind me.
You know what I love about it? It's local, it's Norwich, it's supporting local business, and it tastes very nice.
I agree.
So yeah, come down next Saturday. We'll remind you then. Come and have a beer. There's pizza as well.
Oh, and by the way,
have you had the pizza?
Oh my god, the pizza is oh my god. It's none of this crappy Chicago town stuff. It's like stone baked.
Wow.
Oh, I can't tell you.
Thin or thick base?
It's like they've got it bang on the money.
Right.
So it's not too thin. It's not thin and too crispy.
Yeah.
But it's not too kind of doughy and stodgy.
Right.
It's that nice fresh dough.
Is it a flopper?
Fresh ingredients. Absolutely not, Jack.
Not a flopper.
It's a really nice. It's not too delicate. It's not Pizza Express.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's not a dodgy pizza.
It's not a Pizza Hut thick crust.
Correct.
Yeah. Nice. Well, if you want a fine pizza...
Pizza and free beer.
I mean, live the dream or what? Anyway, let's go back to Nottingham Forest. Chris, I want to remind you of something you said on last week's podcast.
Yeah, I know what you're going to say.
You're not a massive fan of Tim Closey. Now, this is interesting, Chris, because yesterday he scored 2 goals. Now, he scored 9 goals in 99 games for Norwich City.
Yeah.
That means he's the first defender to score 2 goals in a game since Russ Martin against Man City. We'll get on to Russ Martin in a bit.
Yeah.
The first defender to score in back-to-back away games since Gary Doherty in December 2009.
I love the Doc.
And he's also got more goals this season than every single Ipswich striker
By the way,
combined.
that stat is the most beautiful stat ever in the history of time. Okay.
All of them stats courtesy of NCFC numbers. Go and follow them on Twitter.
Thing number 1, I'm wrong.
Really?
I'm wrong. He's proven me wrong.
Yeah.
He's proven me wrong. But what I like about Tim of late is he's shown some leadership. He's shown some leadership. And he's clearly looked after the younger ones behind the scenes. Perhaps now, the fact that Russ isn't there, Tim's had to step it up. Still not sure what Instacrass means. Please do comment below if you know what the hell Instacrass means.
I like the intrigue of it.
Yeah, it's making me buy in. Look, aerially his aerial presence, is fantastic.
Yeah.
I think when he's in the box, we've always got a chance of scoring. I still think defensively, I honestly still think I just love the Zim. And also, by the way, how the hell is Hanley going to get back in this team?
At the moment, he won't.
How the hell is Grant Hanley going to get back in this team?
Which is mad, isn't it?
It is mad because you can't drop Tim because he's scoring.
And you
which
can't
is
drop
crazy.
Zim. Can't drop Zim.
You cannot drop the Zim.
No.
By the way, loved the Zim coming up to the Norwich fans, by the way.
You know what, though?
I would have cried if I was there.
I nearly did.
Daniel Farker, by the way, giving it that.
Oh, mate, that made me emotional.
No, don't, honestly, because it honestly makes me well up thinking about it. But that, how many times have I said Daniel Farker doesn't show passion?
A lot.
And but yesterday he showed it.
I don't think it was passion. I think he was tapping his military green Parker saying thank you. Thank you to the military green Parker. I think it's still I think it's still nearing on an undefeated record, that military green Parker.
Okay. Anyway, so Timmy K,
yeah,
I think he's 8 out of 10 defensively. Okay. I think going forwards, when he's in the box, at the moment he's hitting a 9 or a 10, isn't he?
Yeah.
Quality finish for a second as well, by the way.
Oh yeah, unreal.
I do think my grandma would have scored that, but we won't. We'll ignore that.
Yeah,
class. Love it.
The celebration as well, fantastic.
Classic Timmy K. Doesn't know what to do, just kind of rocks forwards like a kind of robot. No idea what he's doing.
Can you remember his celebration when he headbutted the corner flag?
So much interest.
I think Absolutely. That's still in my top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just magnificent.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the team. Teemu Pukki was injured, and he will be for the next couple of weeks on international duty. Jordan Rhodes comes into the squad. Ineffective, I've written down. No player touched the ball on the pitch less than Jordan Rhodes. Had just 13 touches in 90 minutes. Do you think he's a different player to Pukki, isn't he, Jordan Rhodes? And for me, I might be wrong here. I've been wrong many a time. I just don't think Rhodes can operate as a lone striker.
No. Okay, I thought you were about to say it wasn't very good.
No,
I know that you did text me saying that he wasn't very good.
When?
You told me Jordan Rhodes wasn't very good.
I think when we signed him, I was dubious about it.
So first of all, Jordan Rhodes hasn't been in the starting lineup for a while, so he's got an excuse. Yeah. For me, he's got a 2-3 game excuse before he needs to start delivering, like scoring.
Yeah.
For me, I think that the rest of the team can contribute to goal scoring, so it doesn't really matter so much. I definitely agree that Jordan Rhodes shouldn't be playing up top on his own.
Yeah.
But I actually think Teemu Pukki shouldn't be playing up top on his own. Yes, he's been good at doing up top on his own, but imagine how good he'd be if someone was up there running off him. I still liked the look of Jordan and Teemu playing with each other. I really did. Look, I'm not worried. I'm honestly not worried. And Mystic Manson was saying to me, massive... really bad news that Hernandez, got injured. And I'm just not worried.
Was this yesterday or before?
Yesterday.
I think he's going to be okay.
Yeah, but the point is I'm just not worried because the squad at the moment is so strong. We've got such strength and depth, and everyone is chomping at the bit to get their chance. And just to highlight Todd Cantwell again, what I love about Todd is he's playing every game like it's his last chance to impress, and and
in a way it is.
Yeah,
because if he doesn't before, he get dropped out.
But he's keeping players out of the team at the moment. It's refresh. It's what the right word is. It's refreshing to see. He is playing for the badge on the front of the shirt and not the name on the back of it.
Nice.
And ultimately, that is what makes a good footballer.
Have you grown to the man bun?
No.
And
I will tell him when I see him.
Yeah.
But ultimately, if he keeps playing like that,
I think the most pleasing thing for me at Nottingham was they, of course, took the lead. A certain Lewis Graben scoring, and I was speaking to the wonderful Jez from Bears on Twitter this morning, and we were saying,
what a boy!
Lewis Graben's goal scoring record in the Championship is astonishing. It's pretty much a 1 in 2 goal scoring record. He's a good striker at this level, and he was obviously going to score, but they could have been 2-3 up in the opening 20 minutes. They hit the crossbar every single time. It was a lofted ball over from Joe Lolly into Graben or cutting in from the sides. And they were in every time. And I was thinking, Max Aarons was getting run about. Jamal looked off the pace. I was thinking, this is not good. We're coming off the back of a defeat to Stoke. Now we're getting run riot by Forest.
What a way to bounce back, by the way.
We dig in. And we show character, and it reminded me of when we did that and nearly got a result at Sheffield United under the cosh for the first 20, home fans. It was loud,
but it went our way this time.
Exactly.
Doesn't that show how far we've come in such short space of time?
I've written exactly that, Chris. Just here, reminded me of Sheffield United, but this time we were on the right end of the result.
Correct.
And it proves to me that these players are playing for their manager. There is a unity about us.
Agreed. More with that.
And tactically yesterday, we were spot on in that second half. We were all over them. I think we had something like 13 corners, 19 shots. That's the most shots any team has had against Nottingham Forest all season. The first time they've lost at the City ground since April.
That is what I was going to say. I agree, Jack, and then that's why I was so surprised. And I'm not taking anything away from Forest. I don't think they had an off day.
No.
And I think it just shows just how good we were. The fact that they had that home record, being undefeated in that many games, and for Norwich, along come Norwich. It's a great example of where we're at as a side right now.
Now I'm
very impressed.
I'm going to allow you to boost your ego slightly here. Now you were very, very keen with Morris Lightner when he first signed. Yesterday he attempted 60 passes in the first half. That's twice as many as any Forest player and 22 more than the closest Norwich City player.
It's different gravy, mate.
He was orchestrating the tempo. He was excellent yesterday. The Barnet is horrific. But I can kind of...
no, I've got so much time.
Mate, it's so dodgy.
It's all about the personal brand.
It's awful. It's awful.
That or the man bun?
Man bun, every time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm all about the Norwich.
No, it's awful. But his passing... I'm looking at his boots, not his head. It's wonderful. Honestly, mate, it was a joy to watch yesterday.
But he is a joy to watch. And I just think that this is an example of the fact that we just need to take our time with players. We don't need to just be like, I can't believe we've signed him and he's absolutely awful. Like, he's still settling in. He didn't really play every single game when he came on loan initially. He didn't play every single game, did he?
No.
He got injured, I think I'm right in saying. So now...
And had Maddison, of course, as well.
Exactly. He was in Maddison's shadow, and now he's out of that shadow, and he's performing to the best of his ability. The results are going well, which is great as well. But I think, credit where credit's due to Daniel Farke. He's playing him in the right position. And by the way, I did not expect it to be there.
No.
But fair play, because it's clearly working. I think when you've got Moritz in the team, you have the luxury of almost... he's almost the Telegraph, isn't he? He's kind of...
Newspaper.
Telegraph, was that the right word?
Telegraph pole, maybe?
Telegram? Did I go...
No, I'll go with Telegraph. I think we know what you mean.
Okay. We'll go sat-nav. Let's make it sat-nav.
Okay, nice.
He's your sat-nav.
He's your Tom-Tom.
He's just sitting there sat-nav.
Hot now.
And he can see absolutely everything that's going on without looking up.
Yeah.
And that's special.
And he can see where the roadblocks are as well.
And for far too long... Oh, by the way, hello. The roadblocks.
Yeah, because sat-navs can see roadblocks, can't they?
Oh, I really like that. You've really made this analogy quite incredible.
Yeah, and then they reroute you.
Oh, and that's what he does.
Yeah.
He reroutes. When it goes wrong, he just reroutes.
And someone I'd love to have, show me the direction of life, Alex Tete. Now, it was interesting to hear you last week as well slagging Alex Tete off. Yesterday, a crucial player.
No, look, look, he is a consistent player. He is a very good player. He's a fantastic leader. He's an experienced player. I still think Tommy T's been hard done by. He must be kicking himself.
But how do you can't drop
I know
Tete.
you can't. But I'm here to give my opinion, Jack.
Chris, this is a dog-eat world. I'm not here to feel sorry for people.
And I'm not here to sit on the fence. Tom Tribal is a better player than Alex Tete. Alex Tete's in this team right now because of the fact that he's had a good string of games. He's played exceptionally well. Please don't abuse me for that, because he's been an 11 out of 10 player, 100%, and he shouldn't be dropped. But I honestly think, hand on heart, that Tommy T is better defensively. He's better at carrying the ball forward. He's better at tackling. He doesn't make stupid mistakes, and he doesn't just pass the ball sideways.
But I think that would have been a good comparison last season. But Tete, he's not that player. He's not the Tete we know this season. He does make forward passes.
I just think it's temporary. I think Tete's very temporary.
Okay, but that's fine if we're winning games.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely.
Also, his biceps are massive.
I just love Tom Tribal. I just think he really wants it. And we go back to that playing for the crest on the front of the shirt rather than your name on the back of it. And I think Tommy T does that. And I think Alex Tete does that in fairness. But I just really want it for Tribal.
Yeah. You want it, that's for sure. Let's look at the defence as well. Jamal Lewis had an absolute stinker against Bosnia. Gave away. He slipped in the Edin Dzeko runs in. What a bounce back. Another commanding performance, EFL Young Player of the Month.
I'm pleased it happened internationally rather than for us.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jamal. You know, how many mistakes has he made this season? And I'm so pleased that the Norwich fans yesterday got behind the boy, stuck with him, didn't give him any shit. And again, refreshing to see the Norwich fans aren't just looking at one mistake and going, he's absolutely awful, blah, 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 blah. It's really nice to see that we're behind the young players at the moment. Jamal and Max are just... I've run out of words. This is where I need Southwell here to give me some words.
Yeah, well, Maximilian Aarons, of course, he struggled in the first 15 minutes yesterday. It was his fault for the chance that led to them hitting the crossbar. I don't think it was his fault for the first goal, but he bounced back again. There's a real spirit about Jamal, Todd, and Max, because at times yesterday Todd was floating out of the game, and you think, you know, if you don't do something in the next 5 minutes, you're getting subbed off here for Mario or someone.
Okay.
Once again, they bounce back, and that's a mental thing, isn't it? There's clearly trust installed there.
Totally agree, Jack, and I'm so pleased you brought that up. We discussed this numerous times last season, that there was clearly a lack of awareness of EQ, self-psychology. This season, they've got it. I don't know what they've done differently. Well, I do. But the self-psychology side is being looked after, and that's fantastic.
You said you weren't here to sit on the fence. What are they doing differently?
I can't, it's unfair.
Okay.
I just love the fact that there's a team spirit.
Yeah.
They're all fighting for each other.
Yeah.
They're interacting with the fans, both on and off the pitch.
I want to take a look at the EFL Championship table.
Yeah, let's do that.
Should we start from the bottom? Now, who's bottom of the table, Chris?
Ipswich Town Football Club.
Now, I want to read you a tweet from Stuart Watson, a fantastic journalist at the East Anglian Daily Times.
Music to my ears. I quote retweeted it this morning.
Really love Stuart, top man. But this is what he tweeted from Portman Road yesterday. Full time. That was awful. Another dire display post-international break. 2 dreadful goals conceded and 0 identity and threat. Sarcastic cheers during the game. Boos at the end. Mood turning within Portman Road. Back to the bottom of the table. Now,
what a life! You know what I said yesterday. And by the way, I'm gonna plug Rewind Norwich for their fantastic split screen video. I encourage you to follow them on Twitter.
You love a split screen, don't you?
I do love a split screen. But what was quite nice is they had the Timmy K goal, and then they had the Ipswich goalkeeper palming it into his own net. What is he doing? And it's not the first time he's done that.
And it's almost like they don't have an international goalkeeper on the bench for them. Bilakovsky.
Yeah, that's strange, isn't it?
Now I've literally just come across this. This is a fantastic tweet. I'll put it on screen now from Nick Melamurphy. Is that how you pronounce it? Nick Mel?
Yeah, that'll do.
Now he's tweeted a picture of an Ipswich Town fan reading the paper at yesterday's game. Let's try and see what paper that is. That says Natural. I think that might be the East Anglian Daily Times. Probably in a little goodie bag that you get.
Goodness gracious me!
You know what?
I also read a tweet.
Reading the paper. Great journalism from Archon.
I also read a tweet that someone left after 22 minutes.
Really?
22 minutes. I'm loving it.
In all seriousness, though, I must admit, no, I am being serious.
Good.
Can you see?
I'm just making sure.
I was worried when they appointed Paul Hurst because I thought, he's done fantastically well at Shrewsbury. He's a good man manager, and the squad that they had at the time, I thought was capable of good things.
Jack.
I did.
The squad they had at the time.
Waghorn was a good player.
They lost their best players.
At the time, they still had Waghorn, Garner, these kind of players.
The reason why Hurst rocked up is why they buggered off.
Do you think?
Absolutely.
Or is it to fill Marcus Evans' pockets?
Yeah, bit of both.
But I want you to be serious now. Let's take the bias out of this. Do you think Ipswich will get relegated?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Why?
Because I can't see any fight. I can't see any spirit. I can't see any kind of... I mean, look, put it this way, and I honestly mean this. I'm not just being a prick for once. I'm honestly not just being a prick here. I'm embarrassed that Norwich City drew to them. I'm genuinely embarrassed.
Nearly lost to them.
They were shocked. They're shocking. They're such a shocking outfit. They're laughable. Everything about them this season is laughable, both on and off the pitch. Hilarious.
Good. Let's go up the table. How many places above them?
Do you think they'll get relegated?
No.
You don't think Ipswich will get relegated?
No. I think they'll struggle to get above 18th, but I don't think they'll go down.
Are you a member of the new fan group on Facebook.
What is it?
The Ipswich Town relegation party.
No, not yet.
When are you going to join the Ipswich Town relegation party fan page?
I just look at... You know my thoughts on the Championship, Chris. It's a very average league.
Yeah.
There's just 24 very average teams.
You look at the results yesterday, by the way. Some weird old results yesterday.
To be fair, though, Chris, Ipswich bottom with 9 points, and then Hull on 9 points as well. Millwall on 10, Preston on 10. Of course, Alex Neil's Preston. Rotherham, Reading, Bolton. Any of them teams could go down. But Ipswich are now 7 points away from 18th place. They've got a lot of making up to do to get to 18th. Of course, only the bottom of 3 teams go down.
Oh, imagine being bottom of the league at Christmas. Merry Christmas.
I mean, their next 3 games are crucial.
Blue Christmas, Elvis Presley's song, isn't it?
Leeds away, next game.
That's
Millwall,
a loss because they need to win.
Then it's Millwall, Preston, Reading. If they go them games without a win, then they will go down.
See,
but it could all turn.
If Leeds don't win that, they've bottled it. And by the way, I'm so surprised because I said they'd win the league, and I'm starting to doubt myself now. Their last few results, I've really started to doubt myself.
Squad, haven't they?
Absolutely. Millwall, we all know as Norwich fans, that's an extremely tough game. Preston, but Alex Neil he'll see that as an opportunity to get his first 3 points in a while.
And Reading.
They've got to be. Reading is so bad. Reading is so tin pot. In fairness, Ipswich are a bigger club than Reading.
Yeah, definitely. Anyway, let's talk about us again.
Yeah.
6th place, we're in the playoffs.
By the way, I have put a bet on Ipswich to go down.
Have you?
Yeah.
With fans bet.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Cheeky tenner.
Really? Wow. 6th place, Norwich, 21 points. Of course, we are only 3 points away from Villa, who are in 13th. But
fine.
If you would have told me after that Ipswich game, when there were calls for Farke to sort it out, that we'd be 6th place, I would have taken that.
Mate, honestly, I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed, and long may this momentum continue. What I'm more impressed with is that I looked at that Stoke game and I thought that could have hurt us, because you saw the players on the end. They'd given everything. There were literally players on the floor, and from a psychological point of view, to play that well and not win is so hard to take. To then muster up that sort of performance against a team that is, it's fair to say, one of the most informed teams in the league is just unbelievably impressive. So for me, I'm just feeling very, very good about it. And what I'm very excited for is, look, Aston Villa at home is a very tough game. We've got to beat Brentford at home. We've got to beat
Brentford. Are a good team,
We've got to beat... They're not a good team.
They're
an average team.
No, they're a good team.
They're an average team.
They're a good team.
Punching above their weight.
No, they're a good team.
They're an average team punching above their weight.
I disagree.
They've got a great striker, but this is my point, mate.
I think they are. I think they're better than Villa.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so would you agree though that in the next 2 games, 3 points?
I think 4 points.
4 points.
I'd take a draw to Brentford and beat Villa. Although,
would you really take a draw at home to Brentford?
We'll get onto that in a bit. Should we do some Twitter questions?
Yeah. Okay. Go on.
Right, on to our favourite part of the week. We're not talking about wins, we are heading to Twitter. Phoebe asks, can Chris teach me how to make the best poached egg?
Yes.
Tried at work the other day, and one was good, one turned out a total disaster. Okay. Where's the consistency?
Okay, there's 3 key points to making a #Revos poaching. One is the water. Okay. You don't want this volcanic, too bubbly water. You want it just slightly simmering.
Tap water, is that okay?
Almost at the point. Yeah, it's okay. I normally cheat. I normally boil the water in the kettle first, and then just go straight in with the egg. Get it simmering just a touch. Once you've got it simmering, the egg. Don't do any of this crap from up here. Yeah. You're not Jamie Oliver. Crack it.
You're Chris Reed.
Right close to the water. You want to be very gentle. If you use a poaching pod, I am not your friend, and I have no respect for you. Crack it, get it in, nice and slow, and then immediately, please. Once it's in the water, you're running to the toaster.
Oh wow!
Toast is timing. Remember this, folks. Toast is timing.
Yeah.
As soon as the toast is in, for about probably 2.5 minutes. Okay. No more. As soon as that toast pops out, egg comes out straight on the toast.
Right.
Done. You will have the most gorgeous, orange, succulent yolk. Basically it's yolk porn, and that's how you make a Revos poachy.
Nice.
Don't over pepper. Don't over salt. You just don't need it. Just appreciate the natural flavours.
Do you follow Dan Walker on Twitter?
Absolutely.
Are you part of Egg Club?
Love it.
Yeah?
Absolutely love it.
Are you in Egg Club?
No.
Right. Do you want to be in Egg Club?
There's my pride's at stake, really, isn't it? Because if Danny Walker rejects me,
I think there's only 6 members.
I could get in.
Do you think?
I think
you
I
back
could.
yourself?
I do back myself, definitely.
Okay, well there you go, Phoebe. There's a moral of the story: don't buy a poaching pod.
Toast is timing.
Now, Tom Powley, I think is your friend. He says, is it just me that feels Tom Tribal has been a little hard done by this season? One of our best players last season.
Great shout.
And so far has been reduced to a bit part player.
Yeah, I think we've already discussed it. It's a great shout.
Canary Norwich says, yes, it is unfair, but it shows the depth in our squad.
Agreed. It's a compliment. It is a compliment, I think.
Tom then replies, they're in a nice little monologue, Tom and Canary Norwich. Hopefully they're now friends. He says, agree that we've got a better squad depth this season, but I still think he could have been used more. As good as Tete is, he's looked at times leggy.
Well, he's going to get tired, and this is the thing. How many times do you have... See, if I'm Daniel Farker, I am rotating the squad for the Villa game. I am. Definitely.
What? Let's talk about it now. What you doing?
I would rest Tete because I don't think he can play that many games that quickly. I don't think, regardless of whether you're a footballer or whether you're an admin member of staff or a receptionist
or an egg poacher.
You cannot do everything exceptionally if you've got too many things to be exceptional at. You need to have a very focused role to be exceptional. And if you over-egg that, pardon the pun, it's going to come crumbling down eventually.
Yeah.
I'm just being protected. I'm trying to protect Tete. I just think Tete could well get injured. He could well commit a silly challenge if he gets tired. So I would rest him, definitely.
So Tommy T comes back in.
100%.
James Edwards, are Ipswich going to come straight back up from League One next season?
Yes. Honestly, if they do go down, when they go down, they're not coming straight back up.
No
way.
They're
not coming straight back up.
I was listening to Radio 5 Live 606 phoning on the way back from Nottingham yesterday, and there was a really nice Ipswich fan who called up yesterday. It was Jason Mohammed and Robbie Savage, and he was saying, I'm really struggling to go to Portman Road at the moment. It's just not much fun. The attendances are dwindling. The football's awful. And Jason Mohammed goes, are you also worried that the gap between you and Norwich is ever widening? Which I thought was a wonderful question from Jason.
Yeah, great question.
And he said, yes, I am. Our attendances 10 years ago were very similar. They're now an absolute mile apart. Delia Smith runs the club very well. I just thought it was a really nice call.
That is a nice call.
Yeah,
very nice call indeed.
And Delia wasn't at the game yesterday. She was at the People's Vote March in London. But, lovely woman.
What, Delia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think she could poach an egg well?
Well, definitely. That was where I learned.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you a water
Delia's
swirler?
cookbook. No interest. You
Really?
You don't need to do that crap.
Okay. Josh Leggett, Ryan Bennett or Timmy K?
Timmy K.
Okay.
Although, can I just say, Ryan Bennett is doing very well. And it hurts me to say it, but he is doing very well.
Fantastic on the guitar as well.
Yeah.
Saluting Shrubeni. You know what? I want to just round of applause for saluting Shrubeni this week. Some say that when he scores, his hand is automatically attracted to his head, and that's why he's never smiled in his life. All we know is he's called Shrubeni. Man bun or icon snapback?
Man bun.
Really?
Man bun.
Instacrass snapback or icon snapback?
Icon. Oh no, God. Instacrass.
Really?
I don't think you can wear an icon hat until you're an icon.
Shrubeni is an icon.
Yeah, true. How dare I say?
Bit like Tribal, just being unlucky not to get in the squad this season. Fantastic player. When he's scored. James Mackay. And anyway, let's start. Scored twice against Cardiff, mate.
What?
I hope you're not forgetting that.
Oh,
look, if you're saying Tom Tribal gets in the squad, Dennis Shrubeni gets in the squad.
You've got a bit ahead of yourself.
Can you look? All I'm saying, Tuesday night we play Aston Villa. Can you remember his goal against Aston Villa last year?
Yeah.
Exceptional strike.
Yeah, it luckily went through the keeper's.
Anyway, saluting Shrubeni, all respect to my friend.
Boy.
He says, can we seriously start talking about a potential top 6 finish?
No.
If we keep up this form, then I don't see a reason why not. I think we're finally seeing a Farkas style, and it's very nice.
I love that last bit.
Yeah.
It's very nice. Someone tweeted me yesterday saying, I've got a lot of interest in Norwich being in the playoffs or something like that.
Right.
And I just thought that was quite a nice random tweet. Bit of a cool story giraffe there, but there you go. What was the question? Look, I think at the moment, both the Norwich players and the Norwich fans and Norwich in general, we're on a journey. And at the moment, we're at the top of the wave and it's working well, and we can see the skyline and everything looks lovely. But I think as soon as you start expecting too much and get too ahead of yourself, I was trying so hard not to tweet something too positive yesterday, just in case I get burnt down by the negative Norwich fans. But I know you should get away with yourself a little bit, but I am slightly cautious. Still slightly cautious.
I think if we're going back to your wave analogy, we're at the top of the wave.
Yeah.
All good surfers make sure that downward descent from the top of the wave that's where they make their money. That's where they pull their tricks.
Yeah.
That's where they glide through.
True.
So it all depends now. If we're a good football team, much like a good surfer, we'll descend down that wave elegantly.
Yeah. And arguably the wave is October, because we said that. We said October is bloody tough.
Yeah.
And if we can ride the October wave, let's talk about top 6.
Definitely. I like that. James Mackay, choose one of the 2 things that you would prefer to happen. Okay? Now, this is quite a convoluted question, so listen carefully.
Okay.
So one of the 2 things you prefer to happen. Norwich get promoted to the Premier League by winning the league, or win the FA Cup and the Community Cup every single year. Consequence of either choice...
Hang on, win the FA Cup every year?
Consequence of either choice is never winning a title again, or never being able to get to the Premier League again. So, if we get promoted to the Premier League by winning the Championship, we will never be able to win a title.
God, there's so many... This is quite a complex question.
I did tell you, if we win the FA Cup and Community Shield every year, we can never get promoted to the Premier League.
Interesting. But, so if we win the FA Cup every year, do you know what that means? We're in Europe.
Yeah, European tour, mate. Yeah?
Answered.
You up for that? Yeah, I agree.
FA Cup every year in Europe.
Yeah.
All day long.
What would be your favourite European destination?
Not somewhere like bloody Russia.
No.
Or, we want somewhere
Latvia
nice and
would be
hot.
nice.
No interest. Zero interest.
Riga? No?
Somewhere in Spain.
Oh, that's a bit dull, isn't it?
No, not really.
Are you not wanting to go and see
Everything's bang on the money in Spain.
Are you not wanting to go see Belarus or something?
Zero interest.
Really?
Honestly. Have you honestly got interest in going to Belarus?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, fair play. All right, fair play.
Estonia, give me some Estonia in my life. Look who's back! It's Bristol Rovers Poles. Do you know who they played yesterday?
Okay.
No. Do you know who they played yesterday?
No idea. I don't follow them.
Oxford.
Okay.
Do you know what the score was?
5-0 to Oxford.
0-0. Absolute cracker.
At least you keep up with them now, though.
Yeah, I love Bristol Rovers. Bristol Rovers Poles here every week. How many points would you take from the next 3 league games? Villa at home, Brentford at home, Sheffield Wednesday away. 9 points up for grabs.
6.
6 points?
Yeah, 6 points.
Where are you predicting them points coming from? Villa at home, Brentford at home, Sheffield Wednesday away.
I think we'll win the next 2, and then we'll lose to Wednesday.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice, okay.
What do you think?
I think out of them games, what do I think or what would I like?
Think.
5.
5?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I think we'll beat Villa and draw to Brentford and Sheffield Wednesday.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
With you.
Ethan Clegg, this isn't a question, this is a statement.
Oh, I love statements.
Via a playoff final against Ipswich Town, Max Aaron scoring the winner.
What?
That's it.
So what is it? You just put what?
In the playoff final against Ipswich Town, Max Aaron scores the winner.
Yeah, just yeah.
Yeah, I like it, Ethan. Nice.
I would hate a playoff final with Ipswich, though. Not that they would know what that's like, because they went out in the semis to us.
Josh with another statement.
I wonder what Mick McCarthy's doing now, by the way. Sorry to keep bringing them up, but I just can't help but laugh. Do you reckon Mick McCarthy is sat there somewhere in Yorkshire, in the Yorkshire Dales, with his feet up?
Yeah.
Cup of tea.
Pint of ale. Pint of warm ale.
Ale.
Barnsley on telly.
Just laughing to himself.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope he's having a good retirement.
Yeah, me too.
Top man is Mick. Josh says he's big, he's Swiss, his nose is on the piss. Tim close.
Good. Love that.
There's a political question which we'll avoid.
Yeah, we're not talking about politics.
Chris Lacey. Do we need to spend money in the January transfer window, or are we happy with what we have?
I thought you were going to start talking about politics, because that is a very you thing to do.
Is it? Not that political.
No. I just feel like you would have wanted to bring that up just to kind of throw me in the deep end.
No, not at all.
Thank you.
Political chat stays off camera.
I also think, with football in general, it's good to kind of...
I think football and politics can work. On paper, it doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We've already just opened up a can of worms with that, haven't we?
Have we?
I think so. I don't know. Chris, shall we spend money in January?
Yeah, I think we should top up what we've got. I don't think we need to make any major moves. I don't. I would actually consider lightening the load slightly.
Okay.
Potentially. I'm not really sure who.
Like a light load?
Oh, God. I think we need to... By the way, Stephen Naismith scored 10 goals.
Yeah, player of the month in the SPL. Bring him back, maybe.
As a defensive midfielder?
Yeah, defensive attacking midfielder.
I will never, ever, ever let you live that down.
Look.
Defensive attacking midfielder, Jack Reeve. Jack Reeve, 2016.
Look, he's living the dream.
What a stinker of a comment.
I don't think it was. He's doing well in that role.
Is he playing as a central defensive attacking midfielder?
Absolutely
no, he's not. He's playing up front.
Is he?
Yeah.
You still haven't answered my question.
What was the question?
Shall we spend money in January?
Well, I did. I said, yeah, we should top it up.
Well, where? Can't just say yes. We need some detail here.
I would consider... Well, I would try and sell... I'd try and offload first. I'd like to offload Naismith, and I'd like to offload Nelson Oliveira. And I'd like to replace those two with an up-and-coming youngster from a Championship or League One club that wants to prove a point, that would grow with us. And wouldn't be knocking on Daniel Farke's door this season, but next season would be.
Okay, nice. Ethan Clegg, with a question this time. Will Norwich go up?
No.
Okay.
Do you think they will? Could you imagine if we did, though, mate?
That'd be lovely, wouldn't it?
Oh, mate, could you imagine? We're not. By the way, we're not ready. We are.
Who cares if we're not ready?
Yeah.
Let's just
Yeah,
go
great
in.
point. Yeah,
Let's
great
go in
point.
deep. Matt Sales. With Grant Holt wrestling, who else in the team do you think could step through the ropes?
Well, anyone, because wrestling is just complete tosh.
Come on.
Well, anyone can make...
It's real.
Anyone can pretend to have a fight, can't they?
Who was your favourite wrestler back in the day?
I don't watch wrestling.
Oh,
It's
I
tragic.
bet you used to watch wrestling.
I absolutely didn't. Boxing, got time for.
Didn't you used to watch like Shawn Michaels?
Even
or
UFC is a bit extreme, but I get the point. You're kicking the shit out of someone. Wrestling, you're just making it up. What's the point?
But it's an art form, I'd say.
It's just a crappy bit of entertainment.
I hope Rob Butler's not watching this.
No, I've said it. I've said it to Rob. I'll say it to his face. It's awful. Wrestling's awful.
But all right, so who would be the best at play acting then? James Husband. He likes to dive, doesn't he?
Yeah, husband.
James
Is he still on our books?
Yeah.
Oh Jesus! Get rid of
Fleetwood.
him. Please get rid of him as soon as possible.
Yeah, what did Fleetwood do yesterday? I'm not sure actually. I think they might have played Barnsley. No, Barnsley played.
Do you like wrestling?
I used to love wrestling. Yeah. Yeah, I did. Big Show, Batista.
I can tell by your physique.
I think I could get in the ring.
Well, anyone can. That's my point.
Yeah.
Because you just make believing.
Yeah.
It's just like, you can run around run out. You may as
The
well.
reason you wouldn't be good in there is because you lack imagination.
Here's what you may as well do.
Right.
You may as well get some sticks, go outside, and pretend to have a little sword fight.
Yeah.
You may as well do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
But it's okay. You're allowed to do that if you want to.
Look, I had a fun childhood.
Childhood.
Yeah. I don't follow it anymore. I don't have Sky anymore. I would probably still follow if I had Sky.
Blimey, you don't have Sky Sports News. Football didn't exist.
I do have Sky Sports News. That comes free now with BT. Got BT because I like Jake Humphrey. That's why. You got BT Sport?
Yep.
Have you?
No.
I think that is all of the questions actually. Oh no, this is a question. This is how I missed this. This has got the most amount of likes from any question asked. This is from Charlie Potter. Thanks, Charlie. Do you think Grant Hanley will struggle to get back into the team when he returns from injury? Yeah.
In all honesty, I don't think he will. I think he'll drop the Zim, which saddens me because I love the Zim.
But do you change something that isn't broken?
I know. I think that Daniel Farke will put Hanley back in because he is the captain. But
he is, yeah. But
the Zim is the Zim.
The Zim's the Zim.
I just love the fact that the Zim loves the fans. He just loves it. He's just so grateful for everything he's got.
By the way, the Zim's the Zim. I'm going to throw you at this at you at the
I know
deep
what
end.
I know what you're going to say.
Who's got the best record in the Championship at the moment?
Oh, I thought you were going to say Birmingham and Birmingham.
Birmingham.
And Birmingham.
Yeah.
But this is my
9
point.
unbeaten.
But this is my point. Birmingham.
Yeah.
They win away at Stoke.
Yeah. Who scored?
I mean, talk to me about that.
Who scored?
I have no idea.
Lucas Jukjevic, who I can't really pronounce the name of.
I cannot,
He's flying.
I cannot believe they're doing it. But you know what will happen? They'll probably get in a relegation battle before long. They'll go like 9 unbeaten, and they'll go like 9
Because they're
defeats.
Birmingham.
Yeah, Birmingham and Birmingham. That's what they do.
Birmingham. Let's talk about the upcoming game, shall we?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Right, a bumper week of football coming up. Yeah, I've used the word
Nice.
bumper.
Well done.
It's Aston Villa at home. They've got a new manager, Dean Smith. Wonders at Brentford. He's an Aston Villa fan.
Yeah.
And he is there instead of Steve Bruce. The cabbaged finished Steve Bruce off. Do
Yeah.
you remember he got a cabbage on
Yeah,
there?
I do.
Villa.
John Terry, assistant manager.
Yes.
An interest?
Yeah.
Why was he not a manager when Steven Gerrard and Frank Lampard have both become managers? Both got all got the same licenses.
I don't know.
Not good enough?
I think he likes Villa, doesn't he? I think the thing that worries me about that appointment, it doesn't worry me, I'm not a Villa fan. I think he was always going to be the number 2 no matter what manager they got in, and I'm just not sure if that will fit. And with him having been a player there last season, I wonder how that kind of relationship now works with the dressing
players.
room.
Yeah, interesting actually. Very good point.
I don't know. I think it will work. I like Dean Smith. I think Villa.
It's because you like Brentford, don't you?
I do like Brentford.
You're a bit of a closet Brentford fan, really, aren't you?
Not really. I just like what they do. They've got an identity which not many clubs do anymore.
they?
Yeah.
Do you, by identity, do you mean just like a well-designed badge?
They have got a very nice badge, actually.
What else is their identity?
Well, it's their whole kind of scouting system. It's that Scandinavian model of like Moneyball approach. So they
it's done very well for them, hasn't it?
They've really
shot up the league very quickly.
Well, they've been knocking on the playoffs every year. They were in the playoffs the last time we went
So
up.
have Derby.
So have Derby, but Brentford are a far smaller club.
Okay.
I think
true.
I think their
True.
recruit. Let's not knock
This
their
is my
recruitment
point. This is
policy.
my point, mate. They are overachieving, which is great, but let's not get carried away. They're not a massive club.
No, I'm not saying they're a massive club. I'm saying
I
they're
think
a
you
good
are.
club. I'm saying they're a good club.
Okay.
But anyway, let's talk about Villa first, please. They beat Swansea 1-0. Tammy Abraham with the goal.
Oh,
I must admit, they got lucky.
Did they?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it. Did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Swansea should have scored.
Interesting.
Okay. Are you worried? Are you?
I'm always worried when I play Aston Villa. I think that they're kind of Norwich's bogey team. I've suffered many an away day
It's
at
always
Aston
grim
Villa.
there, isn't it?
Oh, I know. It's always grim. And they always beat us. And it's always by 2 goals as well, isn't it? More often
Do you remember
than
when
not.
Michael Turner scored there in a 1-1?
Oh, and he gave it the
Yeah.
dinosaur, didn't he? He gave it the dino.
That was a good away day.
By the way, what goes through your head when you score your first goal in a while and you just pull out the dino?
Yeah.
There must be a reason for that.
It's Michael Turner.
By
What's
the way,
he doing now? Is he still at Southend?
oh, Michael Turner.
Let's have a look.
Jeez.
I like Michael Turner.
He used to be shy and now he's still shy. Walking in a Turner wonderland.
He's still at Southend. I think he might.
Yeah,
be.
give that a quick little search. In the meantime, Aston Villa,
Southend.
I'm
yeah.
still-
4 goals in 36 games. That's not too bad.
I'm still scarred. By the way, I can't believe he played for Hull as well. Miserable place to play football, by the way.
You played there before, have you?
Where were we? You've really thrown me off.
Villa.
Villa.
Bogey team.
Please, can we talk about Aston Villa? The amount of times that Paul Lambert has murdered us in charge of Aston Villa has scarred me for life. I will never ever forget that cup game,
Benteke.
quarter final,
Yeah.
and I was thinking, this is it. We're
Yeah.
looking really good. We're coming up against Villa.
Yeah.
They've beaten us a few times, but we've got the better of them.
Yeah.
And that was the game that McNally locked the door. McNally,
What
come on,
door?
hear me out.
Okay.
So you know Gary Carter, Paul Lambert's assistant?
Yes.
Gary Carter, he's a smoker.
Right.
But what McNally did, allegedly, according to someone behind the scenes, who I won't disclose, locked the door and it all kicked off.
What door?
You know the door, in the city stand, there's
Yeah.
the door between the city,
Oh,
inside
yeah,
the city
yeah.
stand, there's the door,
Yeah.
and then you're straight into the tunnel.
Yeah.
That door.
You locked the door.
Allegedly.
Right.
Allegedly.
So let's get rid of any sort of defamation claims here.
Yeah.
Anyway, that doesn't explain as much to me about Villa.
Mate, I think we could beat them.
Yeah?
And I really, really hate Jack Grealish with a burning passion.
His shin pads annoy me.
It's not his shin pads. It's,
No, it is.
it's his... Actually, yeah, yeah, it is.
Who wears socks that
I
small?
just love shouting Tenerife at him. Oi, Jack, how's Tenerife?
Because it's a wonderful place for your holiday.
Yeah.
But in all seriousness, tough game. Villa,
Yeah.
manager,
Always a tough game.
They're 3 points off the playoffs.
They're a massive club.
Yeah.
They're a massive club.
So, finish against Villa, Carrow Road, Brentford at home. They are now managed by Thomas Frank. He came from Brondby.
Let me guess, he's your new favourite manager and best thing ever just because he now manages Brentford?
No. They started with a defeat to Bristol City yesterday.
Quality.
Bristol City, I think that was their first win in 5 under Lee Johnson. Big game. Another big game. You've got to do well in your home games, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I think my rule of thumb is you've got to try and give everything to win your home games, and if you can nick a point away from home, I'm content with that. Personally, as a Norwich City supporter, I'm content with that.
Yeah.
I just want to see us try and give everything we can away from home. Well, full stop. But look, if we got a point yesterday, I would have been happy. But if we win away and then we only manage to get a draw, or even we lose to Aston Villa at home, it's kind of levelled itself out in a way, isn't it? So I think that's the rule generally.
Yeah.
But we'll see how we get on. I'm excited for the Villa game.
How would you approach
I'm
the Villa
excited
game?
for it. I would try and take the ball by the horns, and I'd go and attack the game. 100%. I'd try and attack the game and put them on the back foot. Try and nick a goal as soon as possible. And don't sit back. Just keep going. Just keep going. Obviously, sometimes you have to adapt depending on how successful their midfield are. But for me, as long as we stop Jack Grealish getting the ball, and I'm not even worried about him because he's shit, isn't he? I mean, he's going to score now.
I do find the argument from some fans who are being genuine that he's better than Maddison. It is mental.
That's a car crash of a comment.
It is mental.
Absolute car crash of a comment.
It's like saying Stephen Naismith is a defensive central midfielder.
It is exactly like that.
Just awful.
It's like saying Stephen Whittaker is a good centre mid. It's like saying Basong is the best Premier League defender of all time.
Yes, indeed. And Villa, for me, their weakness is their defence. They've been playing players out of position all season, but going forward, they are a threat. Tammy Abraham, good player. Jack Grealish.
Is a Bondlehor still playing for them for free?
Is Gabby Agbonlahor still there? That's a very good question. Let me Google it.
Go on then.
Gabby Agbonlahor is...
Because he always did well against us, didn't he? Him with Benteke was a pretty decent combo.
I don't think he is still Aston Villa.
No.
Hang on.
No, blimey.
Hang on, let me have a look.
Anyway.
Oh, 2 days ago, Sky Sports, Gabby Agbonlahor says he offered to play for Aston Villa for free.
Yeah, that's what I read.
No, I don't think he's got a club.
Oh, okay.
He was a good player back in the day, wasn't he?
Sign him up. New Cameron Jerome.
Gabby, he was a good player back in the day.
Get him in. Old, experienced.
You want Gabby Agbonlahor?
I'd rather Bondlehor than Srebeni.
Mate, you are spouting nonsense now. Utter nonsense. And on that bombshell,
Cheers, mate.
I think we'll maybe end the podcast.
Goodness
we've
gracious.
got nothing else to speak about at the moment.
Have we not?
What's your plan for the week? Got much on?
Yeah, I did ask you this on the podcast.
Yeah.
What's my plan for the week? I'm really excited because there's 2 home games.
Yeah, that's good. That rarely happens.
I'm really excited because we're going to be at Redwell on Saturday prior to kick-off to get some free beer and lovely pizza, which will be delicious, at Redwell Brewery in Trouse. And then I'm really excited for Sunday, next Sunday, because...
We are filming a podcast.
We're filming a podcast, aren't we?
We're not going to say who with. We're going to let you guys guess. Who is our guest next week?
We've got an interesting guest.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Very interesting guest.
You won't guess it.
You will never guess it.
No, I'm really looking forward to it. Top man.
Leave your comments below anyway and let us know what you think.
I'm going to end on something that hurts me a little bit. The fact you like anchovies on pizza.
Do you not like anchovies?
Mate, I like anchovies. I stick it on
Do you like
pizza.
olives?
It's like putting pineapple on pizza. It's wrong.
Do you like olives?
I love olives. You don't put on a pizza though.
What would you eat anchovies with?
I'd have it as a tapas dish with like wine. You don't stick it on a pizza, mate. It's criminal.
Thanks everyone. Have a good week.
Thanks very much for watching. Subscribe on iTunes. We've got loads of 5-star reviews at the moment. That's nice, isn't it?
It's incredible. Thank you.
Yeah,
honestly.
thank you so much.
I don't know how you listen to me every week.
Or me. Thank you. But we've stopped eating. That's good.
Yeah.
We used to get really told off for that.
I'm a bit annoyed about that though.
My mum's not going to be happy this week because
no shirt.
No collar. Sorry for letting the standards drop. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you at Carrow Road on Tuesday night. And then Saturday, see you later. Good to see you, mate. Bye-bye.